Welcome back. Another beautiful week has passed. Another very special occasion occurred just the day prior to this recording. Christmas. We
True.
we all like Christmas, I think. I'm a fan.
Bah humbug.
Okay, Jack's not a fan. What,
No,
what
I'm
did
just
you
kidding. I love Christmas.
how was your Christmas?
It was good. It was actually great. This was the first year where I didn't really feel like I cared about the presents. I just cared more about being on break and just being able to kind of relax at home.
I
So
can
it felt nice.
completely agree with that sentiment.
But at the same time, I still got a lot of stuff that I really liked. So
Yeah,
very
I
happy.
mean, I there was nothing I specifically needed, so everything I got was kind of just like, oh, cool, I got that. I
Yeah.
got a great pair of slippers that I'm wearing right now. Big fan of these.
Same.
I
Same. I got
love
a bathrobe and
slippers.
slippers.
I love slippers. I can't live without them.
Slippers are amazing because it's like for example, in my like college dorm, like the floor gets kind of dirty, and it's like, well, you want people to take off their shoes because you don't want them bringing their shoes in. But like, I don't want to wear my socks on that floor, so
Right.
compromise slipper, perfect.
Yeah.
It's casual, but it's not like dirty, you know. I don't
Yeah,
know
and especially if they have like the little rubber soles on the bottom, so they kind of like
exactly.
are like shoes in a sort of way, but they're still
Hmm.
slippers and they're still comfortable. And brand new slippers are just they're just a godsend, really. You really can't go wrong with getting somebody a good pair of slippers. Everybody likes slippers.
Do you like having like a bathrobe to go with them?
I haven't worn a bathrobe in like years, but I own a bathrobe. No, I just wear
I
like
got a brand
pajamas.
new one. It's so nice.
I just like pajamas. Very casual.
It's also because my basement is like 30 degrees at all times. It's kind of nice when I'm recording the podcast. So,
Yeah, luckily our house is nice and not 30 degrees. I
yeah.
will say though, I do have a little bit of a little bit of a head cold. I spent the day out yesterday with one of my presents was a brand new fly fishing pole, which I really want to get into. So my father bought me a pole and a whole set and everything, and spent a little too long in the cold. So I have a little bit of a
uh,
stuffy, stuffy
I've always
nose.
wanted to try that.
Yeah, I mean it's cool. Like I'm huge into like physics. Like that was one of my favorite classes I ever took, and it's literally the definition of physics. Like you have to kind of whip it back and forth so that the kinetic energy of the line like whips itself because it's not like just casting a line for a regular fishing rod. It's a whole different like process, but I'm sure you've
I mean,
seen it.
that's how whips work, right?
Yeah, it's almost exactly like that.
Yeah,
It's very
that's
fun
cool.
though. So
Did you
yeah, I got a
catch
little bit
anything?
of a cold. No, we haven't gone out yet. Still practicing in my yard.
Oh, I got you.
What about you? What else did you get that was pretty special? Anything?
Um, I actually got the PlayStation 5, which I was dumbfounded by.
You're
Um,
kidding me.
that was the one thing like asked for, and it was more like just like it was the only thing I could think of remotely that I would want eventually. Like I don't even really know what I would play on it like currently. I just know that in the future I'd probably want one. So I just said that because like it's basically impossible to get, and
And it
no
was
shit, I
gotten.
actually got it. And
And
it
it was
they
gotten.
my mom explained to me that basically they weren't originally gonna get me one, but then like one of my brother's friends had like um had had like connections with like game developers or something, and they put one in a raffle and then they won, but the kid already had an Xbox or something, so they just kind of had an extra one, and like for some reason
What
they
a
decided to
spoiled
give it to
kid.
me. I know,
Yeah,
but hey, I'm
I
not complaining. That's
I was
pretty
gonna
cool.
say that's a pretty cool present. Yeah,
The
I
only
think
problem with it is that for like the TV that I have in the living room, uh, the PS5, I don't think it can lay down horizontally. So the problem is it doesn't fit like under the mantle, like where like the DVR is and stuff, because it's too
mhm.
tall. And if you put it on top, it obstructs the TV. So I don't know where I'm gonna actually be able to use it.
I think it can
Um,
lay down. I know
I,
somebody that
I
has
I
theirs
think it
laid down.
probably can. I don't know if I've seen it lay down, so I
It
don't know how to
wouldn't
do
make
it.
sense to not be able to.
You're right. You're right.
Although it's in the same vein as like the original Xbox, you could stand it up on its side, which was really cool. And then you
Yeah.
would put the disc in like vertically, which was really scary, but then it like clicked in and it slid into the console and it was really cool to see. It felt like you were on a spaceship.
Yep. What about you? Anything else cool?
Yeah, I mean, like we said, it was kind of just I didn't really need anything, and the stuff I got was some cool stuff. My father got me. He was very excited. It was one of those gifts that you get from your parents where it's like it says your name on it, but it was obviously something that they wanted. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that was
Uh,
like half of my gifts.
yeah, it was a. You ever seen those stock car racing sets where it like plugs into the little remote and you push down the lever and it's like the little tiny cars that go around the track?
Yeah.
Yeah, we got one of those.
Oh, that's cool.
And my dad's really big into like kind of silly kid stuff like that. But yeah, I mean, besides that, it was just a cool gift haul. Nothing too over the top, nothing too crazy. Yeah, I mean, yeah, Christmas.
Christmas.
It was a Christmas.
Hey, if anybody in our audience got anything cool for Christmas and you'd like to share, we've got an email, drunkenatheistspodcast@gmail.com. We've also got the comments section on YouTube. Feel free to let us know. What'd you get for Christmas?
Yeah, what did you get for Christmas?
Or what did you
Besides
want that you didn't get?
or
Or
yeah,
what
that's
didn't
a
you
good one
want that
too.
you did get?
That's a good one too. Yeah, I completely agree with the sentiment that you said where it was like this was the first time where I was like, Christmas isn't like cool with the gifts and everything, but I'm just happy that I'm home, you know?
Yep.
I'm just excited to be around people that I know.
Hey, I got an interesting question.
I probably have an
Um,
interesting answer.
I know this might be an awkward question to answer considering I know my parents do watch some of this podcast. What was the worst gift that you got for Christmas this year?
The worst gift I got this year?
Yeah.
Um, I don't there were no like outwardly bad gifts. They were all just kind of cool gifts. Like I
Yeah.
said, I got like candy in my stocking. I got slippers, I got the stock car set, and I got the fly fishing stuff. There was no specific like gift that I would consider bad. Why? What did you get? Are you leading us into
No, I'm
something?
I'm in the same boat kind of. I'm just a little picky when it comes to clothing and like I got a the one thing in particular I didn't like was I got a like a winter like beanie like hat, like a winter hat. I don't
Huh.
wear those. I wear those maybe one day a year. I never wear those. So every time I get one, I'm like, this is not. I'm never gonna wear this. Why did you get it for me?
Well, now you
Um,
have one.
I do,
Now you can start wearing them.
but I'm not going to because I hate them.
I'll say the worst part of Christmas was that it was raining all day. It wasn't even snowing.
Yeah, there was snow on the ground the night before, and in the morning it was still there, but it was raining and it washed it away. I don't know if that technically counts as a white Christmas if it's snow on the ground but raining, but I don't know.
Either ways, I did not get it. But now we're in the weirdest part of the year where legally you can break any law because you're in between when Santa's watching you and your New Year's resolution. So actually, by law, you can actually kill somebody and get away with it legally for the next week.
No way.
That's true. It's
Thanks for
completely
telling
true.
me. I got new plans for the afternoon today.
Oh,
The purge has begun.
I am tonight. I'm going out and seeing Licorice Pizza. That's my plans for the rest of the day.
I really want to go see that movie. It looked
Yeah,
actually pretty good.
was really into it because I saw a trailer for it when I was at the movies, probably in like September or October. I went to
Yeah.
see The French Dispatch whenever that came out, which was also pretty good. And I saw a trailer for it, and I was like, man, that looks really good. So came out Christmas Day, and I'm going to see it tonight at about 10 o'clock. I think was my movie time.
Yeah.
Would
I
would
saw
you rather go to a mid-afternoon movie or like a late night movie?
Me personally, I like going to like really early movies like in the middle of the day. I don't like going at night. I'd rather just be home at night. Maybe that's just
See,
me. Because I
I
feel like I'm
feel
not
like
I'm tired at night and then I don't get to appreciate like the finer details of the movie because I'm too tired. Like if I'm awake in the morning, I don't really have a chance to fall asleep or anything.
I feel
So,
like if I go to a movie at like 2 o'clock in the afternoon, I go into a movie when it's bright out and I leave when it's bright out, I feel like I've wasted my day. But if I go into a movie at like 6 and I come out and it's like closer to 9 and it's more dark out, that's fine. You
Okay,
know what I
that I
mean?
understand that. Yeah.
It's just it's a weird thing.
I think most people would be in your boat. Like I know it's definitely more popular to go
Yeah.
later in the night. But I also like having like more of an empty theater, which is generally what you'll find in the middle of the day.
Well,
Like I
that
went to
and
go see
that's why I
um
got 10 o'clock tickets because no one's out 10 o'clock on a Sunday night.
true. But like I saw the Spider-Man movie that came out this week or last week or whatever. That one's like I think it's like one of like the top eight grossing like weekends, opening weekends of all time or
Of
something.
course
Like
it
it's like
was.
been really popular.
Yeah, and
Um,
the other seven in the list are also Marvel movies. What a surprise!
but I went at the 10:30 a.m. showing on Monday morning.
Oh my
It was
God.
not very busy.
Yeah, I would imagine who, like, I'm sure people love Marvel, but I don't know many people that are getting up to go to a 10:30 a.m.
Well,
movie.
the problem was I looked at my local theater and most of the seats, like the good seats, like you know how you can pick your seats in advance at some
Yeah.
places?
Uh-huh.
Like the back half of the theater where like every sane person sits is
Yeah.
completely full, and the front where nobody wants to sit because your head will hurt after 5 minutes of craning your neck up at the screen is completely empty. I'm not gonna go to those showings because I don't want to sit there.
Right. That
But
makes
there was
sense.
a different theater that had a 10:30 showing, and there was only like 5 seats taken. So I was like, oh, all right, let's go to that one.
I feel like there's got to be a law against going to movies in the AM of the day.
Well,
It
nobody's
just
arrested me
it
yet.
just doesn't seem right.
Yeah, it probably
But
should be illegal,
but
but
I'll tell you
while it's
what,
not,
when I go to the theater tonight, you know what I'm getting from the concession stand?
oh no, snow
Oh,
caps.
oh yeah, snow caps. They can't be beat. They just are
You know
so
what?
delicioso.
I can't stop you. You know, I had so many fucking sweets yesterday. Like it was insane. Like I was actually sick. Like at the end of the day, like in the morning before I even had breakfast. For some reason, it's like a weird Christmas tradition that my mom buys chocolate covered gummy bears for both of us on Christmas, me and my brother, and like I love them, but like damn, you will get sick after you eat more than like three like bites of those.
It
Like
just
damn,
sounds like you would get sick from chocolate covered gummy bears.
yeah, they're delicious though. Have you ever had them?
No, I
You
can't
should try.
say
You
that I
should try
have.
them. They have them at some candy stores. They're actually amazing. It's
I've
like chocolate
probably
and fruity.
I've probably had them like once, but never
In a weird
again.
way, it reminds me of like an edible arrangement because you get the chocolate and you kind of get the fruity sweet flavor. I don't know. I like them. But I also had like a pie and like a cupcake and like a freaking like I don't even know like a bunch of other stuff. It was like ugh.
That kind of ties into what I'm looking at on my topics list here. I was driving in my car the other day, listening to the radio because I'm a big radio guy. I'm a big fan of like talk show radio, and these guys were talking about what foods would you ban, like just to never see again.
Are you asking me that?
Yeah. So
Um,
like some people were calling in and saying like mayonnaise, which I get. Mayonnaise is a little whack.
I've grown on mayonnaise. I used to not. I used to think it was kind of disgusting, but like I can understand it now. I don't like people who like go crazy with mayonnaise. Like you don't use mayonnaise as a condiment for French fries. Like you don't dip your French fries in mayonnaise. That is where you're going too far.
I hate the people that mix mayonnaise and ketchup together. That just is gross.
Like it's not like that tastes bad, but just it's unnecessary. Like that's
Yeah.
when you're going overboard with the mayonnaise. That's my opinion.
No, I get that. I would
Like I like
say
mayo on like a chicken or turkey sandwich because it'll be dry otherwise if I just have like lettuce or something on it usually. So
right. I I
um,
haven't had enough mayonnaise in my life to really formulate an opinion. I usually say I don't like it, but then again, I've only ever had it like a handful of times. You
right.
know what I
You
mean?
don't want to like if you're eating like if the mayonnaise has any sort of like thickness to it, you're
Hmm.
doing it wrong because it should just be something that you like slather on a like a sandwich and that's it. Like that's the
Okay,
extent of mayonnaise. Or you
let me
cook with it.
ask you a quick
That's it.
question. Do you drink orange juice?
Yeah.
Pulp or no pulp?
Pulp.
Okay, good. All right, we're on the
Pulp
same
pulp
page.
pulp makes the orange juice so much better.
Yeah, and it's good for you. It's better for you than just regular juice.
If you ever have fresh squeezed orange juice with pulp with like two ice cubes and a fucking plastic straw to drink it through, it's like, oh my God, you're in heaven.
And the people
Maybe
are
not the
like, "Oh,
plastic straw.
I don't
I
like your
don't think the
pulp."
straw
Grow
matters.
up. I don't. I don't.
But
I don't. I'm weary of people that are too much of babies to drink pulp because they're the same people that won't eat the crust on the pizza.
yeah. Or like they have their mommies cut the freaking crust off their PB&J sandwiches for school lunch.
Drink the pulp. Hashtag drink the pulp.
I agree. I
I'm sorry.
wholeheartedly
I'm
agree.
starting that on Twitter. Trending hashtag drink the pulp. Yeah, man. No, pulp's great.
Pulp is great.
Yeah. So, what other foods would you ban? So, for me,
Ban Okay.
I would say anything like I don't eat any pork at all, but I wouldn't ban it because like it's fine. I just don't eat it. You know what I
Are you
mean?
Muslim?
No, I don't like pig. It's just a not a cleanly animal in my eyes.
I mean, I think that's exactly what like Islam, the
Oh
religion, is.
yeah, no, I'm well
That's
aware,
the
but
exact sentiment.
yeah, well, whatever. Anyway, what would you ban?
I just want to preface this because it's kind of funny. I had a conversation yesterday with my family at Christmas, and it kind of turned more into an argument by the end of it, where like I was at my grandma's house and she was cooking dinner, and I thought dinner was supposed to be like at 7 or sorry at 6, and we got there at like 5:15, and dinner didn't end up being served until like 7:30. So
Hmm.
like I was just sitting there. I was on my phone for a little bit, but there's only so long you can sit on your phone before you're just like, okay, I'm really bored. So I just wanted a conversation to arise. So what I did is I kind of started just kind of taking pot shots at my family a little bit. So I
Okay.
started like as soon as I mentioned my mom's cooking is when it really got heated because like I think I really like her cooking, but every once in a while I'll give like an honest criticism, but
Right, and
then
you've said this before.
people get mad at me because they think that I'm being ungrateful because of how good a cook she is. I'm like, no, I want her to cook more. Like I was upset this week
You
because she
just want
wasn't
her to
home to
be a
cook.
better cook.
Right, like if there's room for improvement, I just want to tell her where it is, so maybe she can get even better. It's nobody's perfect, but she's really good already. I don't know. They took it the complete wrong way, and I was being framed as the villain of Christmas because of that. So, but anyway, foods I would ban. Um, Fucking cauliflower, ban it immediately.
Yeah, I can definitely get behind
What
that.
is that? What is that? What is that?
It's like
And Brussels sprouts, ban those too.
yeah.
I
No,
like
I get that.
I've grown into a big boy. I like my vegetables, but those two things can fuck off. I don't like
Yeah.
those.
No, my
Well, they're
mother's
like
big
alien
on
food.
my mother's big on cauliflower. Or no, Brussels sprouts. Well, either one. She likes everything,
When
but like
cauliflower is cooked in your house, you feel like you're being gassed with pesticide. Like you think like the freaking like termite control people have arrived and you forgot to leave your house while they threw the tent over your roof and started gassing the place. It's so bad. And I don't even know what to like eat. Like what part of it do you eat? It just looks like alien popcorn or something. I don't even know. It just freaks me out.
yeah, it doesn't seem edible. It doesn't seem like it
It
should
doesn't
be
look like it.
something that you could put in your body.
Also, not directly food, but something else that should definitely be banned is garnish. Like, stop putting food that I can't eat on my goddamn plate. Don't
No, I
do
get
that.
that. I can understand that sentiment. If I have to move it off of my food in order to eat my food, it shouldn't have been on my food in the
Like
first
like
place.
I like when you sprinkle like parsley or like whatever basil like stuff like that is fine
But
because you
that's
can actually eat
edible.
it. But
Yeah.
like my dad one time we were at like a hotel and he started eating his steak and he started choking. He took off something and he's like, I thought this was edible and it was just like a plastic plant that they put on top of his steak.
I don't like when they put like those needles from trees on the steak. You ever
That's
seen
like a
that?
like a like a pine tree needle or
Yeah, they
something.
put like a pine branch on the top of like a
Y-
piece of food, and you got to
Yeah,
take it off,
exactly.
and then it's all just sitting there while you're eating your food. And it's like, if it's exactly what I said, if it's on my food, it should be edible. I shouldn't have to take anything off of my food. That's what the chef's job is to do, is to make my food edible. If it's put in front of me at a restaurant, I should be able to eat every part of it,
Agreed. Wholeheartedly.
besides the plate.
All right, your turn. Ban another food.
Okay, let's see. Ban another food. Well, I didn't ban the pork, did I? Or did I just say I did?
Oh, I thought that's what you were saying.
Well, like I said, I wouldn't ban it, but like I don't eat it. Same thing with I
Okay.
don't eat I would say seafood. It just I don't it just kind of gives me the
So
heebie-jeebs.
I don't know if this is a weird opinion to have, but like I used to not have any problem with seafood. I enjoy it. I still eat it. Like, but I usually nowadays I usually only get like a couple things during the summer and that's it. Like I don't really eat it any other time of the year. And I think it's because of like as I've grown older and I realize like how fucking disgusting the ocean is and like pollution and like microplastics that are in seafood, I just
Hmm.
get scared of eating it. Like
That's a
like I
fair
feel like if you
idea.
eat too much of it, you're just gonna like get some weird disease 20 years later and die. I don't know.
No, that makes sense.
I think I'm over exaggerating. There's a lot of health benefits to fish too,
No, I can get behind that sentiment.
but I
It's
mean,
it's
if you
very
think too much about any food though, like it's dirty, you know?
yeah, I mean
Any
it's
meat in
any
particular.
yeah, I was gonna say any type. Well, even like I mean for like plant type foods, they're literally spreading manure on them.
Oh yeah, it's true.
Food's just kind of dirty.
Yeah,
It
it's
gets
kind of
cooked
sad.
dirty, it gets cleaned so we can eat it, and then it comes out dirty again. It's just kind of a bad cycle.
At least like if you cook something, it's like not really that bad for you, because all the germs and stuff die.
Hmm.
But
You know
you know,
where germs and stuff will die?
Antarctica.
In places where it's below freezing, like North Pole, Alaska. Right now, as of
Oh my God.
9 as of 9:53 a.m., it is 25 degrees in North Pole, Alaska, snowing, of course. You're looking at a high of 34 for today with a low of 29, but you got a big storm coming in right past Fairbanks. And
Oh
yeah, it's not really a nice looking.
yeah.
It's
Just a
just
heads
cold.
up, you won't see this sun for another like 4 months, so have fun.
No, no, no. I think it's the sunny season.
Oh, is it?
I think maybe.
I don't know.
Yeah. No, I don't think it is because it says it goes up at 10:55 and goes down at 2:45. So it's kind of. It's just yeah. It's dark and it's cold and it's Alaska.
What are you
Uh,
doing in those 3 hours that you have sunlight?
89% humidity. Wow, that's humid.
Humid in Alaska?
But it's like a cold humid.
Yeah, that's not, that's I guess that's fine. I mean,
How
I don't like when it's cold and dry. Like that sucks.
Yeah, that would, well, I mean, that's when you get like nosebleeds and stuff, and that's gross.
Yeah. At least
Man,
it's a little humid.
your daily forecast, you're looking at about 33 for Monday. Tuesday, you're going to go 23. Wednesday warms up a little bit, 28. And then Thursday, ladies and gentlemen, put on your jackets, 6 degrees with a low of -5. So, oh my God.
Yeah.
I
Well,
couldn't do it.
to any of
I
our
couldn't,
North Pole viewers, hope you survive the next couple weeks.
yeah, I couldn't do it. I
Yeah.
could not do it. They're
Maybe
they are
Santa Claus
st-
is watching.
they are stronger people than I. Friday, -3 degrees is the high with a low of -15. Saturday, -12 is the high with a low of -30. Sunday, the second, high of -27, low of -33. Oh my God.
It's the elf blood. It's more tolerant to the
These
cold.
people can't be real. They're
They're
just,
elves. They're
this
not
is
humans. It doesn't matter.
incredible. How do you live? How are you alive?
It's Santa's magic.
What do you do? What do you do? You
They
can't do anything.
They make the toys,
Hibernate?
Brock. Don't you understand?
I I guess. Okay, here's a good question. Do you think the elves after Christmas get like a week off, or do you think they get right back to work? Like, do you
I
think they
think they
start?
get. I think they get like between Christmas and New Year's. That's the only time they get off in the entire
Yeah,
year.
that's what I was. That's what I would think, right?
Yeah.
But then, like the second it hits 12 a.m., 12:01 a.m., January
Well,
1st,
no, I think they don't work 24 hours a day. I think they go and sleep and have a family and stuff. I just think they work every day until Christmas.
including weekends.
Yes, I don't think they get weekends off.
I think they could.
What are you doing as an elf on the weekend?
It- what are you doing as an elf when you go home from work? The same thing. I don't know.
You raise your family. You
All right,
kiss your wife,
maybe they gotta
you
do
know.
that on the weekends.
I mean you can work a 7 day work week. Elves are like less
What do you think?
miserable.
What
They're
do you
so
think the
used to
labor
working every day.
laws are in North Pole right now?
For humans or elves?
Elves.
I don't think elves have a minimum wage. I'm gonna be real with you. Like I don't think the same like
Do you think
laws
they
that
get?
apply to humans apply
Do
to
you
elves.
think Santa gives them a house and they just live on like the work camp?
Yeah, it's like a giant like complex where like there's like a residence like area, and
Right.
then the factory. It's all connected and it's heated probably. That's probably why the
Well,
cold doesn't matter.
I would hope it's heated. I hope that there's not elves out there working on January 2nd with a high of -27 and a low of -33.
Well, there's
That's just
probably some elves that don't get like they get the crappy jobs. Like they probably have to shovel the coal into the furnaces to keep the place heated.
yeah, but that's a great job if you're working in those conditions because then it's hot all the time.
Well, no, if you're inside the building at all, it should be heated if it's being, powered by coal furnaces.
Yeah, yeah, I guess so. I
I
don't
don't know.
know.
Our North Pole viewers, please let us know
Yeah, Santa, write me a
what
letter.
you're
How
up to.
about that?
Yeah, he never really. I mean, he responds sometimes, but like I have to initiate it. Like I'd like him to initiate
Yeah,
it
I
for me.
want Santa to one day message me and say, "Hey, I miss you."
Why does he only reach out in the winter anyway? Like, what if I want to hear from him in the
Yeah.
summer? What is he doing?
What do you think he does in the summer?
I think he's got a second life. I think, bro. You know, he puts on a face for the children, but those other 11 months of the year, he's doing some naughty things.
Okay.
Anyway, what's another food you would ban?
I don't like where you were going with that sentence. I don't like that you think Santa does bad things for the rest of the year and then he evens it
Listen,
all out.
listen. All I'm saying is, if like someone never screws up, you have to think they're hiding something. Then you can't be so perfect, you know. Santa Claus definitely has some dark secret.
Okay. No, you know what? I'll level with you just to appease you. I'll make you happy and say sure.
Okay, I'll take that
Okay, here's a very popular opinion. I think we should ban fried foods.
completely. Like all fried foods,
Almost all of them, yeah.
so no more French fries.
Nope. It's
You,
just better as a whole for the whole
I
country.
mean, there's plenty of things you could ban to make people more healthy, but like people still want to eat that stuff.
Yeah.
There's going to be like underground restaurants just serving only fried food if you do
Well,
that.
there will be underground restaurants serving just mayonnaise in that case then.
The underground cauliflower restaurant. Yeah.
Yeah. We have to do this all with the idea that it'll all come back and be like a prohibition, illegal kind of rings of food making.
Well, I don't want to get arrested for eating a French fry like in a public area, you know?
But you'll be healthier by the end of it.
Yeah, but I'll be more depressed.
Well, maybe not.
Well, maybe not. It depends. It depends on the person, I guess. I don't know.
But
I could live without like I could live without fried chicken. I could live without honestly most fried things, but French fries like I like a French fry. I'm not gonna lie.
well, I haven't had any fried food since like February. The only thing I've had are French fries every once in a while.
That's impressive.
Yeah, and I'm
Is
I'm
that your New
still
Year's
going.
resolution from last year?
No, I had a friend who was religious, and he was like, "Oh, for Lent, I'm giving up um, fast food," and I was like, "Oh, I should do that because I eat a lot of fast food." So I gave it up, and then halfway through the month, I was like, "I should just give up all fried food." And so far, besides like French fries every once in a while, it's been fine.
You
I
gonna keep
feel,
doing it?
yeah, I think so. I mean, I
Nice.
there's
What?
nothing specific that is fried that I'd be like, man, I really want that. Because like,
Yeah, there's not that many things that are fried, I feel like that are like besides chicken.
yeah,
Is
right.
there much
Well,
else?
I'd be like sitting in my room, and be like, man, I could really
Or
go for
fish?
McDonald's now. And then like a minute later, I'm like, no, I'm okay. I don't really need it.
Yeah.
Because I growing up as a child in the early 2000s, I ate McDonald's constantly, as every kid did almost. And
Hmm.
yeah, it just doesn't make me feel good anymore, so I kind of gave it up. And then in November, I was like, well, I gave up fried food and that's been going well. Why don't I try giving up soda? And I've been going pretty well with that too.
Yeah, I never liked soda, so I'm kind of good in that department. But you know what's funny is that like as a kid, I didn't really go like I mean I did eat fast food, like I'm like quite a bit, but like I feel like now I like fast food more because I never really had it that much when I was a kid.
Hmm.
Like I would really like if I had McDonald's, I would be like, sweet. Like I remember this like as a child, I really liked this because I never really had it that much.
Right.
Um, so I don't know,
No, that I mean that
kind of
makes
reverse
sense.
psychology.
Yeah. Well, it's like you kind of you never had it, and then now you've kind of just rediscovered it, or well, discovered it for the first time.
Yeah, that's what I'd say.
Yeah.
But yeah, like, is there anything that besides French fry? Like, I feel like I'm forgetting something that's fried. Like, besides chicken and fish, I don't really know what would be fried.
Yeah. There's not really, but the problem is usually if you get something that is fried, it's usually just like really gross, fat, disgusting food. There's nothing specifically that is like, you know what would make this more delicious and healthier for me if it was fried.
Yeah, there's plenty of stupid things that are fried, like deep
Oh,
fried
well,
Oreos and
don't even
like
start me with
ice
that.
cream.
I live in New Jersey. Every time you go down the shore, you get fried Oreos are the most common one. Funnel cake is I guess technically fried, right?
I've never had it, so
Funnel
I don't
cakes
know.
it's just like pancake batter in like
Oh,
a
is a pancake technically fried?
no,
Does that count?
no, I
No.
wouldn't think so.
There's,
Um
there's a lot of things that like are kind of close, like cooking a burger on the grill. That's not frying, but like I don't know.
no, that's grilling.
Okay.
But like yeah, so you got like fried Oreos, fried pickles, you get fried butter, fried pork rolls.
Wait,
There
fried butter? What?
Oh yeah, it's disgusting. It is
Wait, you
in
just
it's
eat the butter?
yeah, like a stick of butter.
You're joking.
I am not joking.
You can't eat that.
You absolutely can, and I've seen
No,
people do
it's
it.
not real.
Go
Nope.
ahead.
No,
Go
people.
ahead. Look it up.
No,
Type
no,
it.
no,
Go
no, no,
ahead.
no.
Look up Jersey Shore fried butter. I think the cast of the Jersey Shore was known to suck down a fried pickle every once in a while.
Is this it right here?
But
Those are
yeah,
just French fries. I think you're lying to me, bro, because I don't see this shit here.
I'm telling you that it's a
Unless
thing.
that's what this is right here. Oh my God, I think it is.
I'm
It
telling you
just
that
says
it's a thing.
butter. It's disgusting.
I'm telling you. It's
Oh
just
my
it's
God.
just yeah, it's entirely just gross. Hang on,
Oh, donuts are fried. I forgot
look at
about donuts.
this here. Here you go. Look at this picture and tell me this is something appetizing that you yourself would enjoy putting putting in your body. Hold on. Hold on.
Where is this?
Hold on. It's coming. Hold on. All right. I'm going to have to link it from Reddit.
Okay.
Okay. It's really it's just it's for the
Did you have
audience.
this like saved because it
No, no,
repulsed you
no.
so much?
I just looked it up. Um
Oh God.
it's really just
I
for
like
those
that the title
listening.
of this post is Deep Fried Butter, aka How to Die Painfully.
it kind of looks like the shell of a corn dog, but somebody's taken a bite out of it and it's just oozing melted butter.
What is that white stuff? Is that like glaze?
I guess maybe it's more
That is
butter.
so disgusting.
Yeah,
Like I want to throw up.
I think
Oh
it
my
is
God.
glaze. I think you're right.
I'm glad we don't have a video element to this podcast so
I
people
can
don't have
find
to
one.
see this. No, it's like it's like if you had a corn dog with with no stick, with
Yeah,
no dog, and with
with no
just
dog.
butter. I don't know. It's disgusting looking.
Yeah, it is really and
Ugh.
truly something that should be banned.
But yeah, fried foods, it's definitely like not that bad of a thing to give up. Because especially with chicken, right? You can cook it so many other ways that are good. It
Oh
doesn't even
yeah.
matter. You
Well,
can grill it, bake it.
there's this one place nearby me that it's like a chicken joint, and every time we go, everybody I know gets it's one of those like chicken joints where it has like a million, they're known for like their sauces, and then you get like a basket of chicken fingers or whatever.
Yeah.
And you just like sample the sauces. You can get it grilled or fried. I always just get it grilled. It takes like 2 minutes longer, and it's a lot better for you, and it tastes better.
Yeah, no, that's a good call.
Oh, I know. Don't you underestimate my prowess. I know.
I'm surprised we're in relative agreement on these things today. Usually we disagree very vehemently, I feel like, on these
It's the
issues.
Christmas spirit. It's because we're just really happy people because we had a
There's
good
got to be
Christmas.
some food that I would ban that you would want to shoot me over.
I
Like,
don't know. What would you ban?
uh, I gotta think what really repulses me. Uh, I would probably ban like no, I don't know. Honestly, I'm not really into banning many foods. Just because like I don't have a problem with people liking things that I don't like unless they are absolutely repulsive. Like we should definitely ban that fried butter. I'm that should be banned immediately.
Yeah. Well, that's what
Um,
I mean. Most fried things should be banned. They should just not be allowed.
yeah, I'm not sure how I feel about eggnog.
I like
What about?
eggnog. I'm a
I don't
fan.
mind drinking it. It's just like the thought of it being like an egg inside of my milk. I don't know. It seems weird to me.
There could be worse things inside of milk.
I guess. I mean,
I mean, your milk could be chunky. That could be better.
I no, no. Can we
Uh,
ban that stupid crap called thick water too, like that old people drink, or
thick
like people in the
water.
hospital? Yeah, something called thick water, which is water, but it's like gelatinous, so it's thicker, and people that have trouble like digesting something, or like I think it's like for old people or like people in the hospital with certain conditions, it like helps them. But like if they have to drink that, they want to just die more. That they should just get rid of that and let those people die. I'm not gonna lie.
I've
Like
never
that is
heard of
just
that.
horrible. Look up thick water. It literally it looks like water, but it's like it's thick. It's thick water. It, it's hard to understand, but that's what it is.
Thicket Aquacare H2O beverages, thickened water, honey flavored.
No, it's not even flavored, the one I'm talking about. It's thick water.
It's just like Jello in a water cup.
Basically, it's not quite Jello, but it's almost
Hang
Jello.
on, I
It's
need a video.
you know who Badlands Chugs is?
Yes,
I love him. He did a
I think
video
I
where
just
he
clicked on his
chugged
video.
a thick water, and he said it was like the worst thing he ever had to do.
I think I can understand the sentiment because it just looks so unappealing.
It's
Oh
disgusting.
God, the
It
opening
reminds me
shot
of the
is him.
stuff that they would put in a breast implant. Like
Yeah,
I just looks
it looks
terrible.
like that's exactly what it looks like. It looks like epoxy, like resin.
Yeah, like
Ugh,
silicone.
ooh, I don't like that. Yeah, I can get behind that. Ugh.
Ban
I've
that one.
never heard of it, but I am not glad I did actually.
I've got a question for you.
I probably have an answer for you.
When you get lemonade,
Uh-huh.
which type do you get? Do you just get yellow, pink, or do you get some like funny flavor that they happen to have at the restaurant?
Uh, it depends. If I get regular lemonade, like lemon lemonade, it's usually from like a specific lemonade stand. But if I'm having it at home, I'll usually get pink lemonade. Like my family, we buy pink lemonade by, the not gallon, whatever.
The bottle, yeah.
Yeah.
The big bottle.
But yeah, if I'm getting lemonade, it's usually I'm at like a baseball game or at like a park or something, or it's the middle of the summer and I go up to a lemonade stand to get it.
Yeah. Yeah, so like I lemonade, I don't know about you, but lemonade is like my go-to drink when I'm out at like a for dinner at a restaurant or even
Really?
lunch sometimes. Yeah, just because I
That's an
don't drink
interesting
soda
choice.
and I don't want to really get milk or like I mean sometimes I'll just get water, but
Are
lemonade's
you a
really
fan
like
of
the
milk?
other
Do you
thing.
drink milk?
I like milk. I
I
don't know if I would get it out at a restaurant. That's
Yeah,
kind
you
of
can't get it at a restaurant. That's kind of strange, but like I know people that will just like they would rather die than drink milk, like plain white milk.
Oh yeah, I plenty of people I know like that.
That's
I
so
I
weird
I
to
drink
me.
milk with breakfast. I would drink milk with lunch. I would drink milk with dinner at home. But if I was out, I would never get milk.
Yeah, I've been drinking milk since I was born, and like I if I don't have at least like a glass a day, I kind of go crazy sauce.
Those people are weak and don't have strong bones, so they'll die anyway. It
Oh
doesn't
yeah,
matter.
really, I know. Luckily, knock on wood, ready?
We've got strong bones.
I have never broken a bone due
Me
to my
neither. Is that a
infatuation
coincidence?
with
I think
with
not.
milk and calcium. Yeah,
Yeah.
I know. No, like I literally like I can't think of a day that has gone by where I haven't had at least a glass of milk, like at least in the morning or something.
Yeah, I
Like
if I don't
I'll
have
even
milk
have it
for
at
like
dinner, depending on
I
what it is.
honestly I think the first time I haven't had milk like every day, or sorry, not like at least once a day. Usually I have milk. If it's actually within the last month or so, because my roommates just hadn't like only one of them has a car,
Hmm.
um, and we only like went to the grocery store like once in the entire semester, which was kind of fucking ridiculous. So like we ended up just usually like if someone went home for the weekend, they'd bring some stuff back. So we rarely ever had milk. Like sometimes we did, but usually it would go pretty fast. And towards the end of the semester, it was like 2 weeks where we didn't have milk. And I was starting to feel like a freaking like weakling. Like I
Yeah.
felt weak because I didn't drink milk for like a week or two. It was bad.
Yeah, we try to make a point, or at least I do whenever I'm at school, to go out and go to whatever food store. The closest food store to me is a Target, and they have like a food section that has pretty much everything I need, so I end up just going there most of the time. But the problem is they only sell milk by the gallon, not by like the other
The
smaller
half gallon.
sizes. Yeah. So, and I'm the only one of the people that live in my apartment that actually drinks milk. So
Wait,
usually,
what?
yeah, right. So,
How many people are in there? Four,
yeah, four people.
including you?
Hmm.
So that's three people that don't drink milk. That's
Yep.
insane.
And
Well,
so,
I guess I don't know. It's not like uncommon though. Like there's plenty of people across the world. It's a lot less popular to drink milk, I think.
I like people that are like, "Oh, what do baby cows drink? Like, baby cows don't drink milk." It's like they could. They absolutely could.
They do, don't they?
Yeah, I mean they could. I don't
Isn't
see why they couldn't.
What do you
It's
mean
like,
they
"Oh, they
could? Like
drink."
they do. They
Yeah,
all
they
animals do that.
yeah. And it's like, "Oh, they drink water." It's like, "Yeah, but if they wanted to, they totally could."
They drink. They do. They like that's how it works. Is they drink their mother's milk. That's how like 90% of mammals work. I'm pretty
I
sure.
know. People are kind of dumb.
Yeah. But anyway, I was getting off topic. Lemonade. I that's my go-to, and it's I mean it's sugary. It's probably not the healthiest choice 90% of the time, but like
Hmm.
it's not soda.
Yeah,
It's
it's
probably a
better than
little better.
carbonated sugar water.
Yeah. But I like getting like there's a couple restaurants that'll do it. Like I think Applebee's and like Chili's, they usually have like they just squirt some like flavoring in it, but I like it. It's like they do like mango. I like the mango flavor. They have like a not blue raspberry. They have like I think just a regular raspberry flavor. That's good.
Hmm.
Raspberry lemonade.
Yeah, usually
But
when I go to restaurants, it's between like if it's a nice restaurant, like a steak place or something, I'll just get a water. But if it's just like a any other type of restaurant, I'll just get iced tea.
iced tea.
And
So is that your go-to? Yeah.
yeah, I would say so pretty consistently. I'm a fan of iced tea. Regular
Okay.
like lemon iced tea is fine, but like I like peach iced tea is really good.
Yeah. I've never actually like even really tried tea or coffee, and I don't really plan to, because I feel
Yeah,
like I'm just
I
gonna
don't
be a
drink
stronger
coffee.
person if I don't end up
I
relying
drink
on it.
tea like once every 6 months. I don't drink coffee at all.
Yeah.
I'm just a
I'm
strong human being. That's all I can
I'm a
say.
sucker for chocolate though. That's my weak spot. Like
But
I
you
get
won't eat lemon
cravings and
heads
shit.
or you won't eat snow caps?
Snow, there's so you know how many different types of chocolate there are. Why would I resort to eating like the peasant's chocolate? That's what that
Because
is.
snow caps are dark chocolate and white chocolate.
That's just okay. White chocolate is dumb,
White
first of
chocolate is
all.
pretty bad, but like dark chocolate is the best.
Dark chocolate is good,
Dark chocolate's the
but
best.
like I wouldn't eat it from a snow cap. That's embarrassing.
Do you know what a snow cap is?
Yes, we already went over this. This is episode
I
one,
know, but
by
I
the
just
way.
need to make
Throwback.
sure because I don't know what you mean would eat it from a snow cap. It's a little chocolate. It's a dark chocolate
It's a
chip with
disc.
white
It's a
chocolate.
dark chocolate chip with the little white chocolate like dots, right?
Yeah, it's not a disc. I mean, it's the same idea. It's just a chocolate chip instead of the disc. It's a non-Purell, Purell, whatever they're called.
Okay, well you could eat your Purell somewhere else.
Oh, I, oh, I will eat my Purells.
Yeah.
Are you would I'll tell you what I can't eat though. I can't make it through an entire like Hershey's chocolate bar.
I like Hershey's. But yeah, like and if you eat any like usually like one candy bar or like box of candy, if you eat the whole thing, you're just gonna be sick
Yeah.
or like feel bad afterwards at least.
So what's
I
the
don't usually get sick. I just feel miserable after I eat that stuff.
Yeah, no, I get that. What's so what is your favorite kind of chocolate?
Molten lava cake. So you get the chocolate cake, but also the fudge, the hot chocolate part inside.
But what kind of chocolate? That's milk chocolate, isn't it?
Okay. There's only
So
like three types of chocolate.
I know, that's why I'm asking. It's an easy question to
I
answer,
like
Ding
dark
Dong.
chocolate, but you know if there was one made out of dark chocolate, I would like it better probably. But you know,
Maybe it is. I don't know.
some of them probably are.
I don't make the cakes.
I just eat them.
Yeah. I just but you know what I hate? When I get a chocolate lava cake and they put like a leaf or something on top of it and I can't eat the leaf.
Yeah, no. And if they don't give you ice cream, I like
Oh,
that's illegal.
you gotta have the
That is
vanilla ice cream.
illegal.
You gotta
That
have
is
the vanilla
illegal.
ice cream. That's the best part,
Yeah.
almost.
I actually, that was, my mom got really mad when I said this because after I opened all my gifts on Christmas, I said that my favorite gift wasn't the PlayStation 5, which was probably like objectively the most difficult gift to acquire, and that
Right.
it was the box with a single serving deep dish pizza, two frozen lava cakes, and a cup of gelato. Like that was my favorite gift.
You should just been like, yo, can you give this back and use the money to buy more chocolate lava cakes?
Yeah.
Oh my
Honestly, I
God.
might.
All right, I'll take the PlayStation 5 then if you don't want it.
Well, I need the money to buy the lava cakes, Brock.
I will
I'm not
give you the
made of
money.
money. You pay me?
Yeah, why not?
Yeah, no, I'm gonna keep it. I'll definitely use it. There are games on there. I don't know. I don't know what I want to play on it.
Why not?
I know there's like the Spider-Man game, and I
Well,
think,
the new one kind of blows, as I heard.
oh, does it? Okay.
I heard it was just okay.
Yeah. There's a lot of like PlayStation exclusive games that I haven't like ever played, like the Uncharted series and stuff. I know that one's there's a
I always
movie of
wanted to
that one
play The
too.
Last of Us, but
That one too, yeah.
I never had a PlayStation. I had a PlayStation
Yeah, I
2.
might
I
try
still
that
have my
one.
PlayStation 2. I should go place my PlayStation 2. That's what I should do. I miss my
Good call.
PlayStation 2. I have a lot of great memories on that.
Yeah.
Man, like I said, tough time of year now. It's just like
Yeah.
waiting for something to happen. It's just a week and a half of boring.
No, I wouldn't call it boring. I think it's a nice time. I mean, it might be a little bit boring, but you can kind of gather yourself and just take a breather and just do some stuff that you actually like to do before you have to get back to the grind.
Yeah, I guess so.
I don't know. I enjoy it, even though I have felt like I've done nothing but like sit on my computer for like the past week. Um, I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, being
But
home is nice. But
yep.
yep, yep.
Would you like to look at some more weird history?
I couldn't tell you how excited I've been all week to hear more of this, especially after
I
last
think we
week.
should dive in a little deeper this time. Let's see. Let's see if
What
I can
was the
find it.
favorite one you've told so far? What was your favorite?
Oh, it's got to be the race.
Yeah, it's just so silly. It's just absolutely the dumbest one.
It sounds like someone made that up, but the fact that nobody did it, it makes it so much better.
I like that one or the guy who just swindled the Germans.
Yep.
Because that's just a great story. Like the race is funny and all, but like the guy who just messed around with the Germans, it helped us win.
Yep. All right, I'm gonna go through all the ones we already did. Let's see. One,
Let's hear these.
1 minute.
Oh, you have all the time in the world, Jack. You can do whatever you want.
All right, here we go. You ready for it? Do you know what the Battle of Karen Sebes is? I don't know if I said that right.
You
Karen
can't you
Sebes.
you cannot have said that right.
Karan Sebes. Yeah, no,
How
I
are you
definitely.
how
Whatever.
is it
I'm just gonna
spelled?
stop saying it. KaranSebes.
Car saves sounds
I,
like the
I
right
don't know.
pronunciation.
I
Okay,
think it's
go on.
Austrian or like Turkish. I don't know.
It's Romanian.
Okay. Well, that time in the 1700s, when the Austrian army got confused, waged a huge battle against itself with its own lines and lost an estimated several hundred to few thousand men and a lot of equipment and money in the process. They then retreated. So that was the battle of Austrian army versus Austrian army.
Have you heard about the Liechtenstein army?
No?
They went out one day to wage war. I think it was during the Napoleonic Wars. And 70 men, that was their entire army, left, or it might have been 80. And they ended up coming back with 81 guys because they made friends with a farmer along the way.
Yeah.
It
That's
just is
funny.
such a silly little story.
That's awesome. It also says on here that the Ottomans, who they were originally intending to fight, showed up 2 days later, and so they
Oh, so
probably
they
were
weren't
pretty.
even there. They were just shooting for the sake of shooting at people.
Yep.
Silly.
Next one. So the Allies in Italy during World War II were blocked at one point by an old castle that defended a critical valley they needed to move through. The Nazis had taken it over and heavily fortified it with machine guns and artillery. They had a long ramp to the main gates that left the attackers open to machine gun fire. The back of the castle opened onto a sheer cliff. Destroying the castle wasn't an option. The British tried taking from the front and failed. The Americans tried the same thing with more men and also failed. Enter the Canadian Army, who decided to scale the cliff at night with all their gear in complete silence and take the fort, and they actually pulled it off.
Hmm.
So that's pretty cool.
But that's
That
not even
reminds me.
fair because that's just such a Canadian thing to do. Americans and British don't know how to scale mountains like Canadians do.
Yeah,
That's just big
they have
brain.
like they have like syrup fingers, so they can climb up the cliff. Anyway, um, Operation Mincemeat. Are you familiar with this one?
I am not.
All right. The Allies wanted to trick the Axis into thinking that they weren't going to invade Sicily, so they obtained the body of a recently deceased homeless person in London, dressed him up like a British officer in a British officer's uniform, and added a satchel full of top secret battle plans that gave phony invasion plans somewhere other than Sicily. Then they arranged for the body to wash up on shore in Spain, knowing that the Franco regime would open the documents and pass word on to Berlin and Rome. They tried to make it look like they hadn't opened the documents and returned them and the body to Britain, but British spies were able to confirm that Spain had opened the documents and taken the bait.
Hmm. That's just morbid.
Yeah, they
Like
just found a
you're
dead
telling
dead
me
body and
you're
they
telling me
put.
Winston
Yep.
Churchill was walking down some London street one day and he was like, is that guy dead?" I have an idea. What if we throw him
y-
in the ocean dressed as one of our own and give him fake maps?
Yep. And it actually works somehow.
Of course it worked. It was World War II.
Yep.
Every silly story worked in World War II.
Oh, here's a good
You,
one.
you never hear one that was like,
Wojtek.
oh, I love Wojtek. I'm a big fan of Wojtek.
Oh, you know Wojtek?
Oh, I'm a huge fan of Wojtek.
Wojtek the soldier bear. He served in the Polish army in World War II, helping his fellow soldiers by carrying heavy crates of ammunition into battle, saving precious time during combat. He had been recruited as a soldier when his division had to board an English ship which didn't allow animals on board. Outraged, the Polish then made him a soldier, and he lived through the war to die of an old age in a zoo in 1963.
I'm a huge fan of Wojtek. He actually, fun fact, that company after World War II, their company insignia changed to have the bear carrying artillery shells on their regimental insignia.
Oh, that's sick.
So I'm a huge fan of Wojtek. He also enjoyed smoking cigarettes and drinking beers, because of course,
Wojtek the bear?
yeah,
Wow,
he was
that's
just
cool.
he was just a friend. He was just a cool little guy, funky little dude. Well, funky big dude, I guess. He was a big boy.
Which war was this again?
World War
Do you
Two.
know? World War II? Oh, they should have that in the new Battlefield game. You could play as him.
Don't tempt them. They might. Instead of like a
Uh,
combat dog, you get a
just make a
combat
whole
bear.
game about Wojtek.
That would be a great game.
God, I know they have the like. There's a bear character in one of the Tekken games, and he's like the only reason I would ever want to play that game is just because you can play as the bear and beat people up.
Maybe it's
Um,
Wojtek.
maybe I think it's Misha, or maybe that's a different bear. I don't know.
You like the
Anyway,
Pokemon Go kid?
yeah, I guess so. I think I might be confusing. There's a like a different bear. I don't know. Anyway, next one. It's about Caesar, Julius Caesar, I think. Basically, it just says Caesar raised his ransom because he thought he was fabulous.
I know this one.
So
Do you know?
it's
Do you
cute.
know the story? I can. You want me to fill
Is there?
in?
Oh, is there more to it? That's all that he wrote there. So
It's yeah. It's pretty close. It's pretty much he was captured by pirates, sailed halfway across the Mediterranean, and obviously they put up a ransom because they were like, "Hey, we have Caesar," and he he got a hold of one of the ransom notes and was like, "This is this is baby money. People should be paying the big money for me." And he ended up forcing them to raise their ransom by like millions because he was just such
that's
a
pretty
cool
funny.
guy.
Uh, oh no,
Oh yeah.
this one's called the latrine disaster of Erfurt.
Of what?
Erfurt. It's a German city, I think.
Okay. The latrine disaster.
Yeah, it says in 1184, the King of Germany Heinrich the Sixth held court in Petersburg Citadel in Erfurt. On the morning of the 26th of July, the weight of the assembled nobles caused the wooden second-story floor of the Perkenskirch to collapse, the Peterskirch to collapse. Most of them fell into the latrine cesspit below the ground floor, and about 60 of them drowned in liquid excrement.
Huh.
That
Can
is,
you imagine dying like that?
I'd say it's a pretty shitty way to go.
I don't like that you just made that joke, no matter how easy or
No,
hard
so
it would have
I'm
been.
not going to take credit for that one. That was the top Reddit comment for that one.
Good. You should take credit for that one.
Uh, the assassination of Archduke Franz Ferdinand. That one I think most people know, but it is
Is it
still
gonna
pretty outrageous.
is it gonna talk about the multiple people that tried to assassinate him?
Why don't you fill us in, Brock? You could probably do it better than this guy.
It was basically a group of like 20 something year old college students that were like, "Hey, we're Serbian. We don't like the Austro-Hungarians." And so they kind of band together and I think the name of their group was called like the Black Hand or something like that. Maybe I'm completely making that up. And it ended up being like 20 of them were pretty much tied together to try to assassinate Archduke Franz Ferdinand. And um, at one point, somebody threw a grenade and it like went over the car and just blew up in a crowd of people.
Yep.
And instead of turning like and just driving away as fast as he could, Archduke Franz Ferdinand and his limousine just turned around and went over to the group of people, including the guy who just thrown the grenade,
Yep.
and we're like, "Hey, are you guys okay?" And they're like, "Yeah, we're cool." And so anyway, the street was then blocked off, so they had to make a detour, which just so happened to go down the same road that Gabriello Principe, who had just given up on assassinating Archduke Franz Ferdinand, was also on that street. So he then just walked up and shot him to death.
Wow. Yeah, actually, there's like 4 bullet points that were listed underneath this, and you pretty much hit all of them.
It's
It
just
says
a
the
silly
first,
story.
yeah, the first. It says the first like would-be assassins couldn't do it. One threw a bomb that landed in a crowd. One jumped into a river and took cyanide that it was expired. One of their guns jammed, and then they just decided to like stay longer for some reason, and then they went on a wrong turn past the sandwich shop where the assassin was just eating a sandwich and just saw him driving by.
Yeah.
So,
Well, the theory with the guy who jumped in the river and tried to eat cyanide was that when he went in the river and he swallowed the cyanide, he ended up swallowing so much water that it kind of just deactivated it in a way.
oh, so he didn't die?
I don't think so. He might have, or he might have drowned. I don't remember.
Oh, that's funny. Oh,
Dude, I'm on a
yeah.
roll.
All right. Next one. It says, for example, immediately after being shot, Theodore Roosevelt continued by giving a 90-minute speech before going to the hospital.
Oh yeah, he was a badass.
And yeah, most of his life is pretty insane also.
Well, do you know what one of the senators said after he died?
Maybe. What? Fill me in.
So he pretty much died in his sleep one night, and the senator was like, "Thank God he was asleep when death took him, because if he was awake, there would have been a fight." And it's like that's such a badass way to be remembered.
That is a really cool. Yeah, I like that.
All right, give us two more, Jack. Two more
Two
here.
more? All right.
Dos.
Benjamin F. Wilson was already a World War II veteran when he enlisted in the Korean War. He had to take a demotion from lieutenant to private to do so, but he quickly rose back through the ranks. In 1951, he was put in charge of protecting a place they called Hell Hill, and he knew that an attack was coming, but he remained with his men. He took a bullet to the leg and then went into a one-man charge to kill 7 and wound 2 Chinese soldiers alone. His men tried to take him for medical treatment, but when his stretcher was put down, he got up and limped back up to the hill, just as everyone else was retreating. He charged alone with his rifle, killing 3 enemies. Then they took his rifle, so he killed 4 more with his entrenching shovel. The Chinese retreated for a while. The next day, Wilson went on a one-man assault again to take down 33 more enemy soldiers despite his existing wounds. This is a guy that just would not be held down. He's
That's just
literally too John Wick for John Wick.
he's a little mischievous little guy. I like that they put his stretcher down for 1 second, turned around, and he was gone. Just a funky little guy, but he did this job. Good for him.
Yep.
One more, Jack. Give us the
One
best
more.
one here.
All right. I don't want. I'm just going in order. I don't know
That's
which ones
okay.
are.
Give us the good one.
These are all like really. I
Give
don't
us
know.
the good
I feel like a
beans.
lot of these ones have been about like World War One, World War Two stuff, but
Well, that's when
we'll
the
see.
silliest stuff happens.
True,
Because
true. There's big events then.
theoretically, it's probably because that's when the whole world is focusing all of their news outlets is into specific major wars. So just everything is
True.
being reported.
All right, here's the last one. Chinese revolutionaries blaming the sparrows for famine, which led to killing the population of sparrows and more famine because they broke the ecosystem and then the locusts spread.
I
So
think
they
I
kind
think
of
I knew
screwed
about that
themselves.
one too. Yeah, I mean, don't
Uh,
mess with the ecosystem. That's just a good rule to live by. Don't try to mess with Mother Earth because she'll always win.
true.
There's really nothing you can do. All right, sir.
Yep.
Well, it's been a pleasure. I know you had a great Christmas. I hope our audience had a great Christmas.
Yep.
And I think the next time we meet will be the new year.
Really. I think
Yeah,
you're right. Yeah.
the second.
Yeah.
Wow. We're pretty
Cool.
close.
Wow. Do you have any expectations for the new year?
The same stuff.
Sam, I mean,
It's
the
all
past two
just
years
gonna
have been
go
pretty
on.
bad,
It's all
I will
gonna go
say.
on the same way. That's just
Uh,
yeah.
oh boy.
Oh
Well,
boy.
I'm gonna keep an optimistic take for now. We'll see.
Good for you. All right, sir. It's been a pleasure.
As always,
Give us the
I'll
count
sign
out.
us off. Yep. All right. Three, two, one. Bye bye.